Thinking Aloud. Conversations on the leading edge of knowledge and discovery with psychologist Jeffrey Mishlove.
Would you advise, for example, governments to be involved in the future and to initiate new programs for psychic espionage?
That's an interesting question. Yes, well, let's hope they're still doing it. I don't think they are, but I don't know for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's cheap and safe. General Savin, General Alexei Yorovich Savin, ran the Russian remote viewing program for a whole bunch of years, and he had 120 remote viewers. Mm-hmm. And he takes his remote viewers to the battlefield in Chechnya. Mm. So I said, hey, Alexei, what about remote? What don't you understand about remote and remote viewing? Mm-hmm. You don't have to take them. He says, oh, but it really motivates them. Mm-hmm. Well, we can argue about whether that's true or not, but they were on the front line. They had to learn weapons, hand-to-hand combat. Elena Klimova had to learn how to drive a nuclear sub. Mm-hmm. What? Why are they doing that?
Well, do you have information that they got good data that way?
That's a tricky, interesting question. The short answer is no, but there's a but. They may not be willing to share it with me. I do have direct experience with Elena Klimova as one hell of a good remote viewer. I ran a remote viewing trial. One trial doesn't prove anything, mm-hmm. but she was really good.
Well, that says something.
Yeah, right.
And I know that you and General Savin wanted to work together jointly to have a U.S. Russian mission using remote viewers to help the counterterrorism effort.
Yes, and what was a big surprise to us is Savin, who was still in the military at the time, said, take all the pictures you want. And by the way, here's my organization chart, all the things we had dreamed about when we were spying on him. He's handing to me, really. And he asked me to write up what's called an intelligence contact report, or he knew that I would. Mm-hmm. And I handed that to the 3-star admiral in charge of the Defense Intelligence Agency. Mm-hmm. I said, this guy in Russia wants to go forward. It's inexpensive. It's safe. No one's going to be in harm's way, and critical if it's handled right. Mm-hmm. He looked at it, said, thank you very much. I walked out the door, and I'm sure it landed in the circular file. Nothing happened.
Well, do you think that was a mistake on his part?
Absolutely a mistake. Mm-hmm. It's not that, again, it's like any application. We are not going to solve an intelligence problem in and itself, but nor should any collection asset solve an intelligence problem by itself. But we never have an opportunity to integrate what the psychics do with the rest of the intelligence community. Because it was sort of, they only gave us the impossible problems to solve, and the fact that we solved a reasonable fraction of them is itself a miracle.
Mm-hmm. Well, supposing a person who is a government decision maker is able to watch this video right now and says to themselves, gee, too bad that the individual that you pursued back then didn't take the possibility further, but maybe they would like to. Is it still possible for U.S.-Russian cooperation in today's environment?
Absolutely. We're trying to set it up now. I'm putting together an email listserv of younger people, including now Savin, who's a little bit between my age and yours, wants to move forward with it. Mm-hmm. We spent a lot of time. I was in Moscow in December, and we spent a lot of time planning what the future might look like, including that. Because in counterterrorism, which is a big problem all over the world, we're not going to solve that per se, but we'll get clues to help other people solve the problem.